You're not just tired, you're emotionally underpaid, spiritually overstimulated, psychologically overdrawn, and still, somehow you're expected to function like everything's fine. Let's pause here, because what you're feeling, it's not just physical fatigue. It's a deeper kind of depletion, and no one taught you how to name it, let alone how to fix it. Let's call it what it is. Emotional debt. What is emotional debt? Emotional debt is when you give and give emotionally, mentally, spiritually, without getting anything back. It's when you show up for people who wouldn't even notice if you disappeared. It's when your presence is expected, your silence is dismissed, and your peace feels like a luxury you can't afford. But really, here's the problem. You keep smiling, you keep showing up, you keep running on fumes because you think that's what strength looks like. But that's not strength. That's survival, and it's quietly destroying you. Now you may be asking yourself, how does this debt build up? But let me ask you something real. When's the last time someone asked how you were doing without needing something from you? When's the last time you had a day that felt restful, not just off? How often do you feel like you have to earn your right to rest? See, we live in a world that rewards productivity, not peace. You're rewarded for being on, for being available, for being selfless, but you're never compensated for the energy it costs. Let me tell you something. Every "I'm fine" when you're not, that's another invoice. Every boundary you didn't set because you didn't want to cause drama, another charge. Every time you gave more than you received, added to the balance. You're not lazy, you're not weak, you're just carrying a balance that was never meant to be yours. And you want to know the signs you're spiritually overdrawn? Well, let's get practical for a second. Here are some real signs you're not just tired. You're spiritually and emotionally bankrupt. You wake up already feeling like you're behind. You avoid messages because even texting back feels like too much. You can't remember the last time you were excited about anything. You catch yourself zoning out more often, like your brain is buffering. You keep saying, "I'm just tired," but even sleep doesn't help. These are not just signs of stress, these are signs of depletion. Your system isn't just drained, it's empty. And the scariest part, nobody sees it because you hide it too well. The question is, why do you keep smiling through it? So, why do you keep smiling? Why do you keep pretending? Because for most of us, that's just how we were taught to survive. You were probably raised to put others first, to avoid being a burden, to be strong, to suppress what you feel in the name of being likable, useful, or responsible. But emotional suppression doesn't just disappear. It compounds, and over time, it turns into something much darker. Resentment, burnout, numbness. Just let me say something important here. Anything that costs you your peace is too expensive, even if it pays you in validation. That's your quote. Tattoo it on your decisions. Because the applause, the likes, the acknowledgement, they can't refill a soul that's starving. But what can you do about it? Now, I know this is heavy, so let's shift. Let's talk about what can you do when you feel like this. Because this isn't just about naming your pain. It's about getting your balance back. And here's how you start. Audit your emotional spending. Who drains you? Who energizes you? What habits leave you numb versus nourished? Rebuild your boundaries. You're allowed to say no. You're allowed to rest. You're allowed to be unavailable. Make deposits into your own peace. That could mean journaling, silence, music, walks with no phone. Start treating your energy like a currency, because it is. Learn the difference between real rest and avoidance. Scrolling is not rest. Distractions is not healing. Real rest reconnects you to yourself, not just numbs you to your pain. And start asking this daily: what will refuel me right now? Not distract, not entertain, refuel. And I'll tell you this: you're allowed to reclaim yourself. Here's the truth: that will free you if you let it. You do not have to earn your worth through exhaustion. You do not have to carry everyone else's weight just to feel needed. You don't have to collapse in silence just to be seen as strong. You're allowed to be full again. You're allowed to be selfish about your healing. You're allowed to choose peace, even when the world demands your burnout. Because peace is not passive, it's powerful. And choosing it will cost you something, but never as much as staying in emotional debt. If this resonated with you, hell, if you felt like it was a call out, if you felt exposed, but somehow still understood, that's not a coincidence. You've been quietly carrying weight no one else sees. It's time to stop pretending you're okay. It's time to heal. And if you want help navigating that, you're in the right place. Subscribe, because the truth is, you've paid enough. Let this be the first deposit back into you.